It's live. Go ahead. So this is Ian.
And this is Jeff.
And I'm Paul Sansone Jr.
Thank you and welcome. And we're here at Driving Sales Las Vegas, Nevada 2022. Maybe you can give us a sense of what you learned so far.
Well, obviously, everyone's talking about changes in the industry, how we should adapt to it, and what processes are out there to make it easier. Some of it, to be honest with you, makes your eyes roll back in your head. Some of it's obviously very insightful. So you got to sort of pick through what you connect with.
So you're telling me some algorithms and radical technological change now the answer to everything you need?
Not the answer. I still think we're shaking hands, meeting people, and engaging, but in a different fashion.
We'd be right with you there. I mean, we spent a lot of time, fortunately or unfortunately, talking to technology companies, really a clear understanding because even though we're interested in working hard, and sometimes we just get deep in the weeds of what we call algorithms, right, Jeff?
Oh, yes. My favorite word.
Can you give us a thought on what your opinion of the technology changing industry?
Well, you know something, again, we talk about themes, and this recurrent theme about we're going to drive quality leads, we're going to create more customer interaction, we're going to do online this and that, and it's the same stuff that I heard, in my opinion, in the late 90s, because that was the great new thing.
Well, I have a little bit different slant on things. I do think that this is the cusp of change, but I believe it has to be manufacturer driven. Everyone in this conference is talking about how consumers want to engage with dealers, the satisfaction with the experience, whether it's good, bad, and different. Dealers feel we're being more transactional and more upfront than we've ever been, transparent than we've ever been in the past. Consumers still don't like the process. You know why? Because you're negotiating price. When do you have a process that is a negotiation process that is tasteful? I'm trying to sell at the highest price I can. You're trying to buy at the lowest price you can. I can do it with a smile. I can do it with a professional. But the bottom line is I'm still negotiating a price.
Yeah.
Manufacturers with the current inventory levels absolutely have the opportunity to really, if Toyota, Nissan, whoever said I want to be a one-price business model, do it. Customers will be happy, and now is the time that you could actually pull it off and not affect sales.
Yeah.
Actually, it would be a big win for a manufacturer.
Well, I can tell you, we're from Vancouver, Canada, and in Canada, in the early 2000s, Toyota went one price. They called it Access Toyota. It was brilliant. The dealers could not discount. They could not negotiate in any way, shape, or form. They could not add value to the car. They couldn't even do free floor mats. But then, of course, some dealers took them to court, and it got overthrown because of a free trade or some something free enterprise.
Well, I think the big mistake, if a manufacturer is listening and says that's a good idea, what they're going to do is not give us enough margin to not want to undervalue your trade, not want to spend the 2 hours in the F&I office we need. So if you do it, you got to really do it, allowing the dealers to maintain a margin that you can truly say that's the price. But if you want to be transformative, that's where the transformation has to happen. Not for me telling me what vendors I need to use and what buying processes online I need to utilize.
What have you found with the younger demographics? So let's say millennials, do you feel that they're really that different from the older demographics?
I honestly don't. I still think people are people. I think the transition for us as a dealership is I've always wanted to have my handshake be better than my competitors. I mean, my sales is better than your sales. Now that has to happen virtually. So how do I make that virtual transaction or that virtual engagement as much of a human element as possible, given you're in an impersonal environment? So that's where some of these things, use of video, creative use of video, constant contact with a customer in a meaningful way. That's where I think you're still going to need a salesman in order to do that. You're just going to have to learn how to become more engaging.
What's your number one takeaway from the conference this year? Something that really surprised you?
I can't say that anything surprised me, to be honest with you. I really don't. We're talking about the same stuff we've been talking about for years. I do believe the dealers are more transparent, honest, engaging than they've ever been in the past. We are in a very unique cycle. Under inventory margins that are excessive, but based on inventories are justified. So we're in a very weird time in car business. I mean, a good time to be a car dealer. There's no doubt about it. But that's my caution: is when normalcy happens, where do we end up? That's my caution.
Well, I was going to ask you, what do you think our biggest risk is right now? And I think you just answered it just with that comment.
Unfortunately, everyone believes they're worth what they're earning today. And that is my psychological cross to bear to make everyone understand we're going to have to work twice as hard to earn 75% of what we were before.
So what you're telling me is a $5,000 average gross on RVRs or Outlander Sports is not normal?
No.
With the art, by the way.
And if it was only 5, front and back, I mean, yeah, it's coming down to 5.
Yeah.
That side of it is supply and demand. I did have a debate with a guy that had a Kia dealership, so Telluride above market price. And the guy was emphatic that he wasn't going to pay above market price. And I said, look, I'll make you a deal. You pay MSRP for my car. I'll give you your residual for your lease. And we'll call it a day.
Yeah.
No, that's not fair. My car's worth $8,000 more than the residual.
And so's mine.
Okay. I mean, you just answered the question. We did end up getting together, but it took that psychological conversation or the reality conversation. Supply and demand is affecting the market.
But you know what? It just boils down to sales. This is what we've always done. It's just in a different way.
That's
Perfect.
it. Absolutely.
Awesome. Go ahead. No, please.
Thanks very much for taking
Yeah.
the time. Really appreciate it. Obviously, love to have you on the show again,
Well,
whether it's live or virtual.
I'm telling you, I'd love to tell you about my program. I'm actually distributing a dealer-owned lease here, pay here model that is scalable, very consumer-friendly to the subprime market. I would love you on the show to tell you about it.
We would love it. And by the way, this has been Paul Sansone Jr. of Sansone Jr.'s 66 Auto Mile in Neptune, New Jersey, which I have been told is on the Jersey Shore. I just love talking about that. And, by the way, what was Snooki? Snooki? Yeah,
Snooki, they all come running.
exactly. Thank you so much. We appreciate you taking the time.
But I'm actually talking about, I'm actually having a conference